Hey everyone, Live47 here. Not feeling so great today. Starting to get a bit of a cold, but I wanted to do a video anyway about these clearomizers. Now, this is the same one that I used in my first impressions video. So you can see here, it's fairly well used. Since that video, I've probably put around about 10 mils of juice through it, and it's still going quite well. A couple of things. This tube, this plastic tube, it's actually not glued onto here, so it actually moves quite freely, and if you're not careful, you can actually pull the tube off while it's still got juice in it, which obviously means that you're going to get juice everywhere. It's happened to me twice, but not since then. I'm just taking a little bit more care when I'm handling it now. I just wanted to sort of go through how to fill it. Now, basically there's this little silicone plug here, and you just sort of take it out. You don't have to use like a syringe or anything, but I'm just going to use a syringe because I've got it there. Okay, so you just take that out, and basically down the sides, you could drip down the sides. I mean, the sides are wide enough, but since I've got the syringe here, I'm just going to plug it in there. Take some juice. Now all the actual writing is worn off this syringe, so I don't really know how much is there, but I'm thinking, this is about 0.6 mil or something. So anyway, so what you do is you just, like I say, you could drip it down the side, but what I do is I sort of put the syringe down the side. Ooh, okay, down the side, that's on the inside, and I just put the juice in like that, and you can see it filling. Okay, so that was 0.6, so you could probably fit another 0.2 mil in there, most likely, which I'll do. Trying to do this on camera is a little bit more fiddly than what it really is, because I'm trying to show you how it all works. So yeah, about 0.8 of a mil. So these are the XL clearomizers. So they do take a little bit more than the other ones. So I'll just put that excess juice back in there. Yeah, and then basically the idea, if I can find my little thing, the idea now, hope my camera to refocus, is to get this silicone plug back on, but not too tightly that it squeezes the wicks. Now on this, I'm not sure if you can see it, it's pretty difficult to see, but there's a couple of little notches on each side, and I try to line those up with the notches on the side of the atomizer itself. So the first thing I do is I get it like this at the top. And then I usually use like maybe a 510, like the cartridge from the plastic cartridge from a 510, to push it down squarely. So I'm just gonna use this. So as I say, you just need to get it over the threshold. And that's enough. So you don't want to sort of push. So you can see there's still maybe a millimetre or so between the bottom of the silicon cap and the bottom of the actual white atomizer. So when you're looking through, you can sort of see pretty much straight through. There's a little bit of a gap there. But anyway, that's it. It's filled and it's pretty much ready to go. The only other thing I do is I put a drip tip on. Now they do come with little drip tips, but I just prefer my own. Well, not a drip tip. They come with like a little mouthpiece, but I put on my own sort of drip tip, and the clear one goes well with the whole clear design of the atomizer or the clearomizer. I'll just put it back on the actual mod itself. Now, so it's at this point when you're screwing it on or when you're screwing it off, that's when you need to be careful, because when you get to that point, when it's tight, this starts slipping. And if you pull it too hard or just miss, like just whatever, it can come off. I mean, just bumping it like this isn't going to do it, but twisting it, it might do it. So as you can see, still heaps of vapor coming out. Still getting a great flavour from it, and the throat heat is just as good as it was the first day. So yeah. So I have after the second time that it sort of came apart, and that's not a failing of this. It's just me being clumsy. Yeah. After that, I actually went and cleaned it out. So I, like cleaned it out. Just flushed some water through the actual pipe. Washed with my fingers under running water the actual wicks in there, and I actually cut the wicks, and then when I was putting it back in, I noticed that the actual wicks actually come down lower than where it connects, and I fiddle around with it trying to get it to poke back in and and I just got sick of it, so I actually cut off the wicks so that they're level with the bottom. And then I can just whack it straight back on, no more fiddling around, and it's fine. There's no sort of loss in wicking or anything like that. Yeah, so it's really good. I mean, to put like 10 mils through and to be using it for a few days constantly, and no drop in performance. Not getting, now that I've worked out, not to push it all the way down, I'm not getting any burnt taste. I am still getting a bit of flooding problems. That only happens if I leave it like this overnight, say, or put it down for an hour or whatever and use something else. If it's like this, it will tend to flood a bit. Not overly, it's not that bad, and you can just sort of, do like you can hear that sort of crackling away. Just do like a dry burn, like burn off the excess, and it's good to go again. Yeah. So I've ordered a 5-pack of XL clearomizers in the 3.0 to 3.2. I'm quite satisfied that it'll continue to perform as well as it has been. And I've also, the vendor is also throwing in because there's 3 types you can get. I think it's like 2.4 to 2.6, 2.6 to 2.8, and 3 to 3.2 ohm. So I'm going to try the 2.6 to 2.8 because anything lower, I don't think it's going to work that well on the 5 volts. But yeah, certainly these ones do great. Yep. All right. So that's it. So yeah, two thumbs up for the clearomizers. Well, I'd say the XL clearomizers. The little ones, not sure how much juice you get in those, but certainly I would probably go through 1.5 to 2 sort of fills in a day. So anything less than that would be a bit too much of a pain in the butt to bother with. But yeah, yeah. Certainly, even if you didn't like the old CE2 4s, certainly give these a try. Even if you can manage to just get one of them, just to give it a try. Yeah, I do recommend them. Anyway, thanks for watching.